Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Grow Through It podcast. My name is Julia, and today we will be discussing the signals your body may be sending you emotionally, energetically, and physically, and how you can recognize those signals and respond with care instead of avoidance. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us, but in a world where productivity is prioritized, we're often trained to ignore the subtle nudges until they become impossible to ignore. Today we will talk about common physical symptoms and their emotional and spiritual roots, why listening matters, and how to start tuning into these signals and responding to them. I will cover both the science behind this as well as the spiritual aspect. So even if you aren't spiritual, you can still appreciate the scientific facts around this topic. If you've read the books The Body Keeps the Score or When the Body Says No, you'll understand more in depth how your body holds on to things. If you haven't read them, that is totally okay, but I would highly recommend it. I will put the titles of those books in the show notes. Our bodies store wisdom, emotions, trauma, and stress. We also have a mind-body connection, and I will explain how this works in a few different ways. Your thoughts and emotions create a chemical response in the body. When you're anxious, your brain signals your body to release cortisol, which is the stress hormone. When you're relaxed or happy, your body might release serotonin or dopamine. When your nervous system is dysregulated, your body is essentially stuck in survival mode. This affects everything: your digestion, sleep, hormones, and even immune response. Your body also stores what the mind does not process. Emotions that go unexpressed or unprocessed can settle into the body as tension, fatigue, or even pain. For example, a tight chest after suppressing sadness, or a clenched jaw after holding anger. If you don't let yourself feel it, your body will hold it for you. From a spiritual and energetic lens, blocked or stagnant energy in the body can lead to physical discomfort or show up in other ways. For example, when your throat chakra is blocked, you might get sore throats or have trouble expressing yourself. Our physical symptoms are often energetic messages asking to be seen. It's important to note that your pain is very real, but so is the emotional root that may be underneath it. More examples of how emotions, trauma, or stress may show up in the body are getting headaches. This could be caused from overwhelm or needing mental rest. Back pain can be caused by lack of support, emotional burdens, or financial issues. Skin flare-ups can be from suppressed emotions. Stomach issues can be from anxiety or lack of safety. It truly is fascinating what can show up physically in your body. If you are interested in the spiritual side of this, the book Heal Your Body by Louise is fantastic. It's basically like a dictionary for each physical symptom and what it can correlate to. For example, earaches can be from hearing constant conflict in the household. So why do we ignore these signals? In our society, we are so conditioned to keep going, push through, and prioritize productivity over wellness. Although I do believe there will be periods of hustle, this shouldn't be all the time. You shouldn't work yourself to death or be so stressed out and not acknowledge what is going on around you. Things have been showing up for me lately, and I'll admit I was ignoring it. My skin was breaking out, and although this partly has to do with the lotions that my physio is using, I know it also has to do with stress. I also have been losing more hair lately and having skin flare-ups on my body and getting a lot of headaches. I know this is because of stress, and I was ignoring it for some time. But once I noticed my hair was falling out more than normal, I knew I had to acknowledge this. Another reason we ignore the signals is because we don't trust our bodies or feel uncomfortable slowing down. I feel like so many people are so out of tune with their bodies because they've been on autopilot for so long, just going and going without stopping to hear what their body has to say. We also could be afraid of what we will uncover if we do tune in. What could this mean? Maybe deep down we know the relationship isn't working or that we should leave a job, but we ignore what our body signals to us because we're afraid of that reality. Lastly, I think it's very common to normalize pain and discomfort as being part of life. Since I hurt my back, sometimes I will mention to someone that it hurts, and I'm always met with the same response. Oh, the joys of getting old. First of all, I'm only 28 years old. I am not old. Second, I was in an accident. This isn't because I'm getting old. Third, getting old should not be correlated with pain. You can prevent pain and discomfort by taking care of your body, but people just assume it's normal, so they ignore it. I also think with my back pain, it's not just the physical nature of it. Yes, I got into an accident and it's obviously causing physical pain from the impact. But I also believe my body is still holding tension from the accident from an emotional place. I am still angry about it. I am still afraid and I am still sad. These emotions are very heavy and intense, and I truly believe they are causing me to hold on to this physical pain. So, how can you tell if you are disconnected from your body? Number one, you ignore symptoms until they become unbearable. It may have started out with something small, like your neck getting a little stiff here and there. Now it's constantly in pain, and you don't have your full range of motion like you used to. Or maybe it's with bloating. It started out with you noticing bloating after dinner time. Now it's constantly bloated and you feel so uncomfortable and are in pain. Number two, you rely heavily on caffeine or sugar just to feel functional. Now I'm definitely calling myself out with this one. I love my caffeine, especially the past few months. I used to be able to just have a fizz, which is only 55 milligrams of caffeine, and maybe one coffee a day. Sometimes I wouldn't even need coffee. Lately, though, I've been getting big packs of energy drinks from Costco and drinking an energy drink almost daily in addition to my coffee and fizz. Clearly, something is going on here because I shouldn't need that much caffeine. I'm obviously not getting quality sleep. I'm not moving my body enough, which, to be fair, is difficult right now because of my injury, and I'm stressed. Number three, you don't recognize emotions until they explode. I used to be this way too. I would hold everything in and then explode when it became too much. I wasn't listening to what my body needed. Number four, you struggle to rest or feel guilt when you slow down. I think for most people, this is a huge issue. It is for me too. I was sick this past week and I told Paul how I was feeling like I was wasting my time by resting when I should be working or being productive. I always feel guilty for slowing down, but this is essential if you want to be healthy, both physically and mentally. I also want to share some other red flags that your body might be giving you that something deeper is off. These could be related to your lifestyle, relationships, or even your sense of purpose. You constantly get sick when starting to think about work. You always feel tightness in your chest before social plans, but not when you're alone. You dread waking up, even on weekends. These are messages. They might not always mean something catastrophic is wrong, but they do mean something is out of alignment. When your body reacts like this, it's not just physical, it's emotional and spiritual too. So now that we know why we may be ignoring the signals our body sends to us, let's talk about how we can start listening to our bodies. The first thing you can do is do a body scan. I've been doing this occasionally in my meditations, and it's very useful. You can find guided meditations for this or do it on your own. Close your eyes, find a comfortable position, and go through your body from head to toe and notice how each body part is feeling. Focus on both the joints and muscles, as well as the organs like your stomach. You can also use somatic awareness. I'm going to take a quick moment to guide you into somatic awareness. This doesn't have to be complicated or super spiritual, it's just about noticing what your body is already telling you. If you're able to pause for a second, I invite you to close your eyes and take a slow breath in and out. And just check in with your body. What is calling your attention right now? Maybe it's a tight jaw, clenched fists, a heavy chest, or butterflies in your stomach. There is no need to alter it or change it, just notice it. Ask yourself, what might this sensation be trying to tell me? What emotion could be living here? Your body is always speaking to you, sometimes through whispers like tension or restlessness, and sometimes through shouts like pain or fatigue. The more you practice listening, the more your body will trust you enough to keep talking. So often we push through discomfort without pausing to ask why it's there. But this moment is an invitation to reconnect with yourself. Even just 30 seconds of awareness can shift your whole day. Start feeling the areas of tension in your body and think about why they are there. For example, you wake up with a stiff neck. Maybe it's not your pillow. Maybe you went to sleep with racing thoughts and worry on your mind. You get a tension headache every time you open your inbox. You feel a pit in your stomach before seeing a certain person. Start to notice these things daily. Another way we can listen to our bodies is by journaling how we are feeling. Use the prompt, "Where am I holding tension today?" And pause and feel within your body where you feel tension or discomfort. Then ask yourself, what might this symptom be asking for? Once you think about this for yourself, you can refer to the Louise Hay book for more insight if you want to. We can also use nutrition or hydration check-ins. How do certain foods make you feel physically and emotionally? Is your headache indicating you need more water? Resting without guilt is another way to get your body to trust you more. Redefine rest as a form of healing, not laziness. Again, I know this one is difficult because I struggle with it too. But rest is so important and will help you show up better in all aspects of your life. You can also do an energy check. What drains you and what energizes you? When you're around certain people, do you feel happier and calmer after? Or do you feel stressed and uneasy? When you go to a certain place or do a certain task, how do you feel while you are there or when you leave? This will tell you a lot about what is actually good for you and what could be affecting you. Lastly, you can use Reiki or energy work to help you feel more aligned with your body. I know when I am out of alignment, my heart and throat chakra are always showing up. My throat chakra being off can show up by me not being able to express myself clearly, not wanting to share how I'm feeling, or feeling discomfort in my throat. My heart chakra being off can show up as tension or a heaviness in my chest, feeling sad or disconnected. I like using Reiki to, first of all, notice what is going on in my body, and then to realign myself. If you are unfamiliar with chakra imbalances or spiritual messages, I'd like to do an episode on this, and I invite you to ask me specific questions about this. It is very interesting and has been extremely helpful for me. Another way your body speaks to you is through your dreams. For me, I've been having very vivid and intense dreams lately. Most of them are very dark themes, and this is also telling me that I am stressed and fearful, and I need to address this. So your dreams can also tell you a lot about how you are feeling. So to recap what we covered today, your body communicates through physical, emotional, and energetic signals. Ignoring them leads to deeper issues, while listening helps you heal. Tools like body scans, somatic awareness, journaling, nutrition check-ins, rest, and Reiki can help you reconnect. Trusting your body and creating space to listen is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health. I want you to remember that your body is not the enemy. It's here to help you. Do one small thing today to reconnect with your body. You can journal, do a body scan, take a nap, or do an energy check. DM me on Instagram to share your experience after you try one of these out. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd be so grateful if you would rate and review it and share it with someone you think would benefit from it. You can also ask me anonymous questions or suggest topic ideas using the link in the show notes. You can also find me on Instagram at growthroughit.pod. Thank you so much for listening, and remember that you are worthy. See you next time.